Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the channel. This is Tanya Sidegigcrafts. Guys, I am fighting for inspiration today, but I have an idea. I've been wanting to make a card that's kind of a space theme. And I mean, this could be used for a card or in a journal or anything, but I want to make a little wobbly spaceship on a galaxy kind of background and using watercolors on the paper, not the stamps. And then some of these stamps from Gina K. I am in love, and I just absolutely love what's going on here and putting them all together. I think we could make a really fun card. So that's my goal today, is to go ahead and do that. So I think I have everything I need. I just have the paper, I've got my paints, I got my stamps, I got my ink up here. I've got some die cuts to use that we can create the little things with. I think we've got, and I've got paper over here for a base. We're going to end up making 2 cards with this watercolor paper. We're going to use the smooth side. Let me move a few of these things out of the way and get a little bit situated. This is all we need. You don't need expensive watercolors. You can just use Crayola if you like. Whatever you have, search your craft room and see what you got. And let's make something fun. Let me clear up. We'll get started. All right, guys, here we go. I didn't have a lot of space to clear up. I just needed enough to work. So I kind of laughed because my boss had asked me, he saw a picture of my desk. He goes, that little tiny space is what you work on? I'm like, yeah, my boards fit 13 inches and that's my space. That's it. That's all I got. Because everything else has things that I need to use on this little space. He's like, oh, you need more room. I'm like, no kidding. So anyway, here we are. And what I'm going to do, I haven't used these brushes in so long. I hope they're not super stiff. So we're going to go ahead and saturate. This is Strathmore watercolor paper. You don't need anything expensive. You can use mixed media paper. You can use cardstock if you want to, but it's not going to carry water very well. So use what you got, but the best, I mean, you definitely want some type of watercolor or mixed media paper if you can for watercolors, because that's what's going to work best. So I actually have some sprays and things too that we could use. I think would be beautiful. So we'll probably dig into those too. We'll do a little mixed media. How about that? All right, so I'm just getting this kind of wet all over the place because I'm going to add some paint on here, and I just want it to kind of travel and kind of do its thing. I actually want to use a different brush for that. And we can lift it, let it drip. Remember, it's a galaxy, so we want these colors to move and blend. You can see it kind of traveling there. Isn't that cool? It's kind of fun to watch. I'm going to get this one. I'm going to use a lot of blues. And there is no method to this madness. I'm just kind of putting colors in, dropping them wherever and letting them do their thing. We'll kind of do that. And then if there's anything we don't like, we can always go back and adjust it. But at this stage, we just want to put the color in. The paper's been saturated. It'll stay wet for a little while. So it's gonna do some things. I'm gonna use blues and purples. Indigo. I love my indigo. That's my go-to favorite blue in the whole color palette. Actually, this is already pretty dry, so we're gonna get it wet again in some different spots. I'm gonna drop that indigo in here. Pretty concentrated because I love it. Just let it move. You can kind of tap, tap, tap. Get that stuff to just kind of shake it up. Get that pigment to roll through the water. And if there's something you really, really like, that's when you get out your, heating tool, and you can dry this if you want to and kind of keep things kind of in place. I don't think I'm there yet, but you can also get some more water on here. You can spray it with your water bottle, which I can do that. I've got one here. I'm going to put some more purples in here. Obviously, there's not very much. And some more different blue pigment. Just kind of mix it in. Since I'm doing an outer space, I don't want it too bright, but you do need some contrast in there, so it won't hurt too much to add that different pigment. Ooh, I like that color added in there. What did I say about purples? Where's it at? Where's that purple? I don't have a lot of purple to choose from. I do have a darker and a lighter one. Let's kind of roll that and see what we got. See how that's kind of turned pink in the middle there? That's kind of nice. Some of these will mix and make their own colors. I'm just kind of letting it do it. Let it drip off. That's okay. That certainly won't hurt anything. Okay, we're just playing with our watercolors today. Isn't that beautiful? Once it does that, it's not quite as intense, which isn't a bad thing. We just kind of let it do its thing. Let's see. Let's kind of get these going in here. Spread it to the dry spots. Don't really have to go to the edges because my the dyes won't go out that far. So the die cuts. I'm going to add a little bit more of the lighter purple. Which one was it? It's actually, that is the lighter purple. Okay. Maybe I could add some pinks in. I wonder what that would, ooh, that's kind of neat. Because it's going to mix with the color that's in there. It sort of adds something fun, right? Kind of mixing with the blue, which is really cool. Just kind of spread that. But my favorite is the indigo, so I'm going to add just a little bit more. I'm thinking this will be more of a masculine card, but I mean, with some pinks in there, it could be for anybody, really. I mean, outer space is outer space. It's kind of a cool deal. Lots of people love it. Tap, tap, tap. Does it look a little glacial? Glacial, is that a word? Like the galaxy? I don't know if that's a word or not. All right, let's go ahead and dry this. I'm going to actually cut while I dry. All right, we've got this all dried. Now we need to move on to another step. It's mostly dried. It's not completely dried. So let me look in my sprays and see what we've got that might work as well. That may work along with my sprays are on the other side. I forgot. Haven't used them in a minute. All right, let's try this. I've got some fun ones. I've got some with mica sprays, which I'm thinking might be fun. I've got this purple one. This one is Hocus Pocus. I've got Uncharted Mariner, which will be fun. I've got Snow Flurries, which is blue. I've got a green. I don't think that would work too good. Dropper, what is that? I don't need red, brown. I don't need those. I don't need green. What else have we got here? I think this is it. Oh, I've got Empty Tomb, which might be okay to splatter. That might be nice to splatter on here. So, or maybe I will lightly spray it. I hope I can lightly spray. If I don't lightly spray, it's going to ruin it. So let's close this up because I think we're done with watercolors for now. Let's try adding some of this. I'm nervous because I don't want to. Okay. Ooh, that's kind of cool. As long as I can carefully splatter, I think we're good. Like that back up. I was just kind of practicing there. Got to get my spray on. It's been a minute. I think if I can do that, even with the black, I'm going to spray the glass first. Yeah, I think if I go carefully, I think I can do it. All right, and then let's try Uncharted Mariner. I'm going to turn this because it looks like all the splatters are coming from the same direction. Ooh, this one I'm going to have to go a little easier. I'm okay with the big blobs too, because I can cover some of the, if there's a mistake or I don't like it, I can cover it with the embellishments. Or you can even dab it up with a tissue or something like that. I am going to try to think I'm going to soak this one up just so it doesn't run. But I like the color added. And then let's try this one. This is the purple. Simple technique here. Spray, just spray. Go gently so that it, that's okay. If there's any that goes on heavy, it would be this one that I would want. All right, I like it. Okay, let me go ahead and dry this as well, and we'll see where we're at. All right, so I did add a little bit more of the black and a little bit more of the bright blue with the mica. You can see the glitter and shiny in there. Isn't that pretty? It is still missing something, and I'm thinking I need some white splatter. So I've got some white gesso here. I'm actually going to put this on my mat, and we're going to splatter with that. I've got this horrible, this is my brush for splattering. Stuff like this because it got ruined at one point, and that's what it's good for now. But I need a brush for that, so it works out. So we'll just kind of wet this. Oh, I should have used clean water, but that's okay. It's not picking up the color, so that's just fine. Now I'm hoping to get some really good splatters that will show, and some of these will actually be muted when it's dried. And that's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm hoping for. Some of the bigger ones will be more opaque, and then some of them will be a little more transparent, and that will be great. So these will mimic stars, I hope. I'm getting paint everywhere, you guys. I want it to be a very starry night here, with all different size stars, because some are closer, some are farther. It will be perfect. All right, so that's enough of that. I'm actually going to use a wet wipe to do that, clean that up. Not my towel. And this wipe will actually help me get some of this ink off my fingers too, I'm sure. And I could definitely use that before I move on. So let's wipe that up. I'm going to use my heat gun one more time to dry this off. So I made my paper smoke a little earlier, which is a good reminder to everyone, or a reminder to me to remind everyone to be careful about how long you set your heat gun over your paper, as you can scorch it and the medium you're using. So once I get this dried, we'll keep going. Okay, so that's dried. You can see how it's coming along. Now, one of the things I noticed is that some of the color is being picked up by the gesso. That's quite all right. It's going to just add to the effect. But one other thing we can do for depth, and I don't know how much of this, well, it will show. This is going to be the front of the card. We can take our water bottle, and we can take a paper towel, or whatever you use. We can spritz this lightly, very lightly. You want drops. You don't want to spray the whole thing. We're not trying to wet the entire paper. Let that sit for a minute in those drops. Oopsie, I had a phone call. I need to start using that that setting that shuts off the phone calls. Okay, so guys, I've got this done. And I added some water sprinkles on there and just picked them up with tissue. It adds just another layer of depth to it. So my next step is going to be this die cut. So this die cut is going to put holes all over my paper. And it's going to make it so that it looks like this one. And then we're putting silver behind it. So I already have this one done. So let's just keep moving on. That's what we're going to do with it. And then, oh, what did I do with my glue? Well, now, what did I do with my glue? Did I drop it? Nope, I put it over here for safekeeping. So we're going to go ahead and tack this one. And then we're going to work on some decorations. Come on now. I'm super excited how this is turning out. It's, I love this. Just kind of put some through here so it stays down. Doesn't have to be all over the place, but at least on the edges and a little throughout the middle. We don't want it to gush out in the little holes. So we'll just place this on here. Now, unfortunately, I don't remember where I got this die set, so I apologize. I've had it in my stash, but I love it. Now, you could technically, I mean, well, no, it'd be kind of hard, but you could layer this up and put a couple layers of this paper and just glue the layers together to make it stand up off the background, but not necessary. There we go. So that's going to get glued directly onto our card base. Can you see the silver in there? Isn't that awesome? All right, so I've got my pieces cut out, guys, and I'm thinking let's go ahead and start inking these into some prettiness. Now, I have all my stamps over here and such, and oh, actually, I could use the earth from that set. Or not. Maybe, I don't know. So I still haven't totally decided the layout that I want here, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I think that this brush might work really well. I think I've been using this brush for this. I'm using a silver ink, and I'm just going to kind of go over this. I wanted kind of a matte gray silver thing going on these for a, you know, metallic something or other, but I want it to stand out. So I don't want it too dark. I don't want it to compete with the stars in the background for sure. So I'll just go gently around here. Let's see what we can get. And I think I want to put some color. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Now, if I was to design this die myself, I probably wouldn't make all these little cutouts. Or if I was to pick one, I might not have all these little cutouts on here, but this is what we've got. I know. Oh, that's really cute. It's actually really, really cute. Okay, let me get down here a little bit more. Let's go and get that out of there. I was thinking about adding some different color to it and stuff, but I don't think I'm going to. I don't think I'm going to be happy with it if I do. Let's just get a little bit more. Against there. Yeah, that's super cute. Those flames, though, I can't quite get the ink to look right on there. Maybe it's just the lighting. I'm going to be done with it there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because I think this is going to be my wobble piece, I'm going to go ahead and layer it onto this one. Make it a little thicker. I might actually need to make one more, but maybe not. Hopefully not. Just put the piece there together. Did I say that I hope you guys are doing well today? I don't know if I said that or not, but I really do hope you are. And I hope that you're finding some crafty time and or some time to do something that you enjoy, that makes you happy. There we go. There we go. That'll probably be strong enough. Once it's dry, I think it will. All right, so we'll leave that one. So that'll go on here somewhere. That's going to be our main focal point. It's going to be our little wobbly piece. I wish I could go, you know what I think? I think I'm going to get a little bit, I hope I'm not making a mistake doing this, but I think I'm going to see if I have something a little darker, like black soot. I know I have black soot. Where is it? Is it my inks or is it my oxides? Which is it? Which is it? Which is it? Which is it? Oh, actually, you know, that might work actually really well. So my thought is to go around the edges of this very, 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 very lightly. And it might add some shadow and depth. Oh yeah, it adds a little bit of shadow and depth to it, just a touch. Or there might be shadow, I said that already. Shadows and depth, or there might be shadows and depth. Just a little around the edges so it's not a flat color. Does that help? I hope so. Can't wipe it off. Just a touch. And see how I did that? Just, oh, sorry. Added a little bit. There was a little bit too much there. That's okay. Just because it's still a little bit wet, I should have waited till it was dry. But it'll work. It'll be fine. Okay. Next, we need a planet. And I'm thinking this planet should do, I got this one, and I want to put, and it actually little spots of blue on it too. There was some ink that got transferred over onto my pad, my die cut pad. We could go yellow with perhaps a metallic goldish color, maybe like, told you I'd use my ink pads more if they were over here. This won't work. I've got duplicates of these guys. Okay, so let's go, let's try it. Let's try. I don't know what to expect. I haven't done this before. But we're playing today. And I don't mind the blue on there, actually, because it kind of looks like it's got texture. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Know what I mean, Butterbean? All right, so we'll just do, I don't need it to be dark, just light there. And then, I don't know. This one makes me nervous. I'm just kind of go around the edge. I like it. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me grab one of my towels. Here are my handy dandy trusty dust towels. So we've got a little planet up there. We've got our little spaceship. We've got our wobblers. So this will go under there and make it wobble. Like a weeble wobble, kind of. I might actually have to put something underneath there so that it doesn't show that wobbler. So that'll do that. And then I don't think I want to put anything else because I was thinking about putting the star and some things, but I think I'm trying too hard. I think if we put the sentiment on here, I think that's going to be plenty. You guys think so too? I think it's going to get a little overcrowded if we do too much. I'm thinking putting the sentiment right down here. So this is probably going to have to go right up here a little bit. Something like that. And then put the sentiment down here. And I think, what should I do? Let's see. Hope your birthday is out of this world. Let's just do that. It's simple and it's for anybody. These are from Gina K Designs. I think I showed you guys these already. So we'll do that. And we'll stamp that on a piece of paper. Papier. And I'm thinking this one actually might be nice. Or I could go back to that one lighter. This one's a little bit lighter. Oh, that's the wrong. It's actually a card base. I could go to this piece and stamp it, and then put a piece of silver underneath. That would be nice. So we'll put this one down here. Boop. Should we do it in blue? We could do it in embossing, silver embossing too. I think we're just going to do it in blue. Guys, we're doing all the tricks today, and we don't have to be crazy. You know, we could just have some fun and make it simple and not too hard and not too long, and we'll be all right. We'll just do, I hope your birthday is out of this world in blue. Blue, I said blue. And that will pick up the blue on the spaceship because it's about the same color. If it's not exactly, it's pretty darn close. It is the same. I use the same stamp. Silly me. Okay. Use the same stamp pad, didn't I? So of course it's the same. All right, so we'll go there. That should be there. And then I think we could put little silver behind there. That should bring it all together. We are just about there. We can use this little scrap. I think it'll fit. If not, I can cut a piece. Nope, it won't fit, but I can cut a piece to make it fit. So, guys, it is hot here today. I might actually have to turn on my air conditioner. I don't know what's going on. It's weird. I have my windows open and everything, and it's like, oh, I'm sweating. Not cool. How wide is that? That is, we'll just say, we'll just need an inch. And then by length, we're going to need 3 inches. That works. And I need to trim that side because it's torn. Just barely. Okay, I might have to trim that with my scissors because it's getting kind of crazy now. There. All right, let's see how that will look. Hope your birthday is out of this world. I think that's fantastic. I think we're going to still need to trim off a little bit of the edge, and it looks a little crooked. I'm going to go ahead and glue it down, and then we'll do that. I think we're just about done, guys. We are so close to finished on this one. And then I have to make the second one, but I'll do that off camera. I won't make you sit through a second one. No way. You got the idea. Get your stash. Find your pretties and make something fun. Something you're excited about. Just do some crafting today. You know, even when you're not inspired, even when you're not feeling it, sometimes we just got to get out. We just got to get our stuff out and do it. And that's kind of where I'm at today. I really wasn't feeling it. But I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did this. And I'm glad I made this because I've been wanting to make this. Been wanting to, and I went and bought the stamps to make it happen because I thought there's this my sentiment that I was looking for to make this happen, and I'm so glad I did. Hope your birthday's out of this world. There we go. All right, now, how am I going to cover this? Because this is going to have to be kind of hidden. So what I'm thinking of, it's going to cover both of those windows too. I think I'm going to get a piece of black paper scrap and cover not only that part, but probably the circles on the other side too. So what I'm going to do is take this and I'm just going to cut. Doesn't have to be perfect because I can cut around it once it's on there, but we'll just go, don't get that big either, to right there. We'll glue that around here. Then I can trim that back a little bit. Ooh, I could have used the metallic silver behind there too. That would have been kind of cute. And then I'm going to take a couple of pieces and just cover those just so that the windows match, you know? That's my thought. Trim that back just a little. If I was really wanting to fuss with it, I could have put the windows back in here that were cut out of there, but that's a little bit more than I think that my nerves can handle. So I'm not going to do that. We're just going to make it work this way. And as I'm looking at this, I'm a little bummed because this window down here did not completely cover. Darn it. But I think it'll be okay. I don't think anybody's gonna point that out. Are you? I think it'll be just fine. Okay, so this one needs to come down a little bit more. Probably a little thinner. Right about there-ish. Yeah. Okay. There we go. We'll just trim around there. We've got our rocket ship. Okay, now what does that do for us? Now we can put this on the wobbler and it won't show. So I need to figure out, well, we'll take the little sticker off here. The paper, the backing, paper backing, I mean. Put that there in the middle. And then we're going to take the paper backing off there, the back part that goes, this part goes to the card. Perhaps. Kind of has to happen. It's not a suggestion, kind of has to happen. There we go. And actually that's the clear side, so maybe that was supposed, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Either way, oh, I gotta glue that down still. So we're gonna put this one right here because I'd like it to overlap just a little. And then we'll take this. Put that down just like that on the background. And we have ourselves a really cute card base or card front. And you know how to put it on a card base, so I'm just going to show you the front of it today. It's super cute, right? I think I did put that upside down. Yep, which is good because I think I can still switch it, maybe, since it didn't stick down very well. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I just need to stick it better. Well, let's try it again. Here, let's put a little glue. We'll push that down harder this time. That's my own fault because I didn't. Another thing you could do, you could add some jemmies to it, or some little diamond dots or sequins or something like that, and make it even shinier. But we've got ourselves a little cute little wobble. Hope your birthday is out of this world. You can put this little card onto a card base and you've got something wonderful to send off to a loved one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you had fun. Thanks for hanging out with me today and making my day even better. Don't forget to comment below. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I hope that you guys enjoy it. Have a great day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.